Made so much money that my brother tried to rob me once. And I had to tell him, I said, man, you my big brother true enough. Don't make me put you in the ground. Because I know you stole my money. Nobody else was in the house at that time when I put my money in my sock and stuck it up under the TV. Talking about, I didn't know who money that was. Yes, it did. You know it's mine. Y'all don't make no money. Are y'all sure y'all my family? I mean, y'all don't hustle. You use drugs. What you gotta go out there and shoot people and then go rob them after he shoots them in the leg or the back or something? When they fall, he goes to tell them, oh yeah, and let me help you. How you helping him with your hands in his pocket? You stealing from him. See, y'all are that type of crook. I take it straight for a person. He was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, Boone, but I didn't take your money. I said, yeah, you did, because you even took my watch, because the pawn shop called me and told me that they got my watch. Because, the pawn shop man was the same name I have, Nate. Well, mine is Nathaniel. His was Nathan. And me and him became cool. But he had told me that, yeah, your brother came up here and pawned the jewelry that I made for you. I said, yeah, ain't no thing about it. Well, I'll be up there in a minute, give you your money, you give me my jewelry back. I go back to the house. My brother Willie's sitting up there in the bathroom shooting up. So I go back out to the car and I get my shotgun. I'm coming back in. I'm gonna do him real quick.
Who? Your brother?
Yeah, because he stole my money.
You were gonna kill your brother?
Well, yeah, but see, he wasn't a brother no more after he did what he did. You don't steal from family. You don't hurt family. You protect family. And this boy had took all my money and my jewelry, and then he went and pawned it.
How much money was it? Do you
It
remember?
was about 6,000.
6,000.
Yeah, I had a hard night that night. I did not collect all the money I should have, but I said, well, I'm glad he got me for that little lease. But now I'm going to put him out of his misery.
What stopped you from killing him?
My mama. She must have heard me coming back in, because I'm leveling the shotgun off at him. Cock both barrel back. Psst, Willie. Of course, he in his nod. My mama heard me. Next thing I know, I said, okay, I got ready. I pulled the trigger, but my mama pushed the gun up in there and it blew the hole in the roof. I was like,
wow,
Mom, what you doing? She said, what you doing? That's your brother. I said, yeah, I've been putting him out of his misery. And he's still nodding. The gun go off, he's still nodding. Mama told me, you can't do that to your brother. I said, Mom, he stole the money.
Was he high?
Yeah. I told you that he was in the bathroom with the needle in his arm.
Okay, shooting up heroin.
Yeah. And he didn't even flinch when, the gun went off. So I cocked it back and put two more in there, and I spin a step back and hit him. And my mama jumped in front of him. No, you don't do that to your brother. You promised me that you won't kill your brother. I'm like, Mom, the man stole my stuff. He ain't got no respect for you, Mom. Look at him. He got a needle in his arm in your house. That's a grown man. I wasn't grown at the time. But I said, ain't no thing. Okay. My mom said, wait a minute. Come here. I said, what, Ma? She said, promise me that you won't kill him. I said, I promise you I won't kill Willie as long as you're alive, Ma. So.
Was this after you committed the first murder?
Yeah.
The first murder was with the gun, or was it with the knife?
The first murder was, well, my boy shot him. So after he threatened, I said, okay, that's one. He said, what you doing? I said, you'll find out when you get to 3. He said, boy, I said, that's 2. I looked at him sideways. I knew he was going to do something. And sure enough, he did it again. My boy was behind him. Boom! That's 3. I said, yeah, you would never hear that 3. You be just dead. Of course, I'm just saying that to myself because he's dead. You would never hear the 3. But ain't too much to throw me off. See, words ain't nothing but words. But if you gonna tell it to me in my face, that's totally disrespect. That means you think I'm a punk. That you can just talk to me any way you want to. If it ain't true, I'm gonna see you. If it's true, I'm gonna argue the point with you and probably break down and tell you, well, yeah, you right, home.
So the guy that went and told your sister that you were threatening him, you killed him too?
No, Jerome lived it until what? I think it was 1978 or 79, because he ran up in a drug house trying to rip people off. And then the word got back. They want to find out who did it. I said, for the right price, I'll tell you who did it. So they paid me. So we went for Jerome. Jerome, I don't know where he got the money from, but Jerome said, man, Dennis, man, I give you 3 times the amount that they gave you to do me, man. I said, I don't know. I said, man, I can't do that. He said, man, come on. I got the money. I said, show it to me. This fool came out around his waist. He had taped the money around his waist. He laid down. He said, man, you promised me that you ain't gonna do it. You know my word is my bond, man. I promise you that I won't, kill you. That's my word. He said, man, for real? I said, yeah. But I don't know about this guy. My boy said, yeah, I didn't promise you. Like, man, we got to stop doing this. I said, they always want us to not do them and pay us more for us not to do them. I said, that's stupid.
That was the second murder?
Well, no, the second murder was, second murder was Leroy.
What did Leroy do to you to make him, you kill him?
He thought he could just mess with my family, and you don't mess with my family. See, now you're going to get done, and I ain't going to make no money off this because you done messed with my sister. You gonna put your hands on my sister? Put your hands on me. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with you. I like, that's my sister. That's my blood. Man, what? Blood squirting everywhere. Like, damn, man, why? We got to find some way to block it so the blood won't squirt back out towards us, man. Look at me. I done messed up this good old shirt. He was like, and you still standing there and stuff letting it squirt on you? I said, yeah, it feels kind of warm, don't it?
Wait, how did you kill him?
With my knife.
And he didn't expect it at all?
Oh, no. Most people do not expect me to move that quickly or that gentle. See, because he died on the spot. I mean, it was quick for him because that knife was sharp in mud going across his neck, came down and put it back in his holster. And blood just squirting out there. I like, and my boy said, man, why don't you move out the way, man? I said, I know I'm messing up the shirt, but it's messed up. He said, but the blood's still going. I said, yeah, I want to make sure he empty. So what you want to do with the body? Man, just leave it there. So we left it there. Many people was always saying that they believed that it was the Polish people that did it. Of course it wasn't, but they only believed that because they knew that he liked to go bet with the horses and didn't want to pay some people. So I kept all that in mind. So when I did some people, I wanted to make sure I left a little trace that this could have been the person over there, or this could have been that person, or I make you disappear altogether. That's when I stopped eating pork. You feed somebody through a tree spreader into the pig slop, they gone. Pigs eat any and everything.
Did you ever tell your sister that you killed her boyfriend?
That wasn't her boyfriend. That was just a close family friend because we all grew up in the neighborhood on Continental. and everybody knew each other. And he was trying to get with my sister, but my sister wasn't going for that because she knew something was wrong with him. He was always nodding and so forth, you know. But she never found out until after I got caught that case in 1990. That's when she was like, so all that stuff people was telling me back then about you was true? I'm like, hey, what can I say?
What did you do with his body?
Oh, no, we left his body there. That's why I said people thought that the Polish people did it. Because he was always going to the horse race, the Norville Down betting. And he wasn't good at picking horses, but he didn't want to pay the people the money. So basically, me, several of my friends told everybody, yeah, they finally got to him, didn't they? And of course, you know, if you tell one person, they're going to go tell somebody, and it just spread like wildflower. That's why I said most of the time, everything just spread, and we sit back and just say, people is kind of slow, ain't they? They rather go for the story that you put out about these other people doing it, because they damn sure went for it. Police never came through the area searching or looking for anybody black. So they assumed that the police did, so they just didn't even look. Why? Black person don't mean crap. They find a black body, okay, whoop-de-doo. We ain't gonna go out there and search to find out who did it unless somebody come and tell us who did it. But to go out and investigate, they ain't gonna go out and investigate nothing. They too busy trying to get money. That's why I said back then, when they killed that girl and threw her in the garbage can, that's when my mind was made up. I ain't taking no crap from nobody, police or not. Of course, when I got older, I found out that most of the cops, they was crooks. Half of them was on my payroll, especially up in Ohio. I had that whole precinct smoked out. They was always going behind the railroad yard. If you go back there, you see every cop car. Like, we got them turned out. And those that we couldn't turn out with that, we brought females through and had them take pictures. Then we blackmailed them.
Now, there was one situation where a woman, I guess, seen you sleeping outside, and you spent the night, and her pimp came and was beating on her.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that story.
Well, that was just
How old were you at that point, too?
16.
16.
Yeah, because the boys' home had kicked me out. They gave me a bus ticket and told me that way is to Detroit. Your parents live on this street. Of course, when I went there, you know, I couldn't find my parents, so I was basically on the street for a while. And then this girl seen me always at nighttime. She said, you always up here every night sleeping. I said, yeah. And I'll be sleep now if you wouldn't come over here bugging me, talking to him. She said, I'm not trying to get in your business, little fella. I said, little? Girl, I have you talking in tongues. She said, okay, cut it out. If you want to, you come and sleep at my apartment. I got an apartment around there on Cass. I said, okay, cool. That beast sleeping out here watching all these pigeons and all these bugs messing with me, not to mention the people that when they get on the bus, they be like, man, this bum sleep. I don't want to say nothing. I ain't no bum. I just come down and sleep because this is the Grand Circus bus stop area, and I figure I just sit up in the corner and just go to sleep. But they want to call me a bum and this and that. I pay that no mind. That's why I said words never hurted me. But she put me up in her place. I'm sitting up in there, and then her pimp, boyfriend, or whatever he was, her pimp, he comes in and told my girl, why you ain't out there getting me my money, this and that? I'm laying on the couch. He can't really see me because I'm laid on the couch. Instead, nobody can see my head. So all of a sudden, I heard, pow, pow. I said, is that fool hitting her? He's slapping the dog mess out of her. So, of course, I stood up and said, what the hell you think you doing? Look, who the hell is that? What he doing in here? And why he in here sleeping on your couch? Well, he didn't have no place to go. I said, yeah, man, you need to keep your hands to yourself. Talking about, you must don't know who I am. I said, you must not know who I am. So he said a few more words, and the girl told me to stay out. I said, no, baby, I can't. My mama have always told me to protect female. If a man got to put their hands on a female, he's a coward. Put your hands on me. Slap me. He pulls out his little Slim Jim. He tell her, go in the bedroom. So she go in the bedroom. I guess he thought he was going to stick me or kill me. At that point, I had 380. And when he stepped a little closer, boom! I looked over at the bedroom door that's still shut. I said, okay. So I grabbed the blanket that she had gave me to sleep on, wrapped his butt up, tried to wipe most of the blood up too, but I wiped it up, drug him down the back stairs out to the garbage can and threw him in there. I said, okay. Now, I go back in, she's still in the bedroom. So I clean up the rest of the mess. And I looked around, said, okay, everything look clean. So she comes out. Where's Tyrone? I said, he left. What was that noise? What noise? Probably somebody outside busting firecrackers or shooting off. She said, you all right? He didn't stick you? I was like, no, he just told me basically to get out. So she goes on outside and she out there hustling, trying to get some more money for him. She come back and she sitting there waiting for him to come. He never come. Days on days, she got all this money piled up. She said, I don't know what's wrong. I haven't seen my man in several days. I was like, maybe he had one of the other girls. Of course, everything goes on, and that was the end of that. She finally just said, well, I said, don't worry about it. I'll protect you. So you want to be a pimp? I said, no, I'm sorry. I don't want to be that. I'll protect you. That means that I'll follow you around. If anybody try to mess with you, I'll protect you. And I did. After about 1 month of that, Tyrone never came back. So I was like, hey, he probably ran off from you girls because he probably found some other girls. She said, I don't care. What I'm supposed to do with this money? I said, it's your money, spend it. She said, no, because all the other pimps talking about that she had to choose. I tell him, you tell them you ain't got to choose nothing, that I'm working with you. Of course, they did. Several of the pimps came to me talking about, who you think you is, little player? I said, I'm not a pimp. I'm a hustler. I'm protecting her. Then there was, what you call like, you sure you want to go through with it? I said, yeah. Now, what they didn't know is that I finally met back over with my friend, too. So I'm watching her, he watching my back. So it was Skinny. He came over and I'm like, man, you ain't nothing but a little punk. I thought, okay, I'll be that. Bet you won't put your hands on me. Like, man, don't get this game twisted. I said, okay, well, make a threat towards me, anything, so I can say one. He never did, but he went and told Tanya about I had took two of his girls, because two of his girls didn't want to be with him no more. They knew my girl, they knew this other girl that I was protecting her. And she told them what the deal was. And they came to me and said, hey, will you protect us from these pimps? I said, yeah, them pimps ain't nothing but punks. They only put their hands on female. So I had them too. I think it was about 12 o'clock. No, it was about 11:30 at night.
Sent you a message on your telephone.
And they came to the club. Skinny was there, and I'm standing at the bar. And the girls came over. And they handed me the money. I was like, why y'all just didn't give me this when we get back to the place? Then I figured out they wanted Skinny to see them give me the money because they was hoping that I'd do something to Skinny. Because see, the word started going around that I made Tyrone disappear. I said, you can't prove that. Why y'all be saying stuff like that? The man just didn't want to be around in Michigan no more. I guess it got too hot. But Skinny walked over and got ready to slap the girl. I pulled out my gun and said, go ahead. I'm going to take the top of your wig'em off. Look.
Hey there.
You ain't nothing but a little heart. You ain't nothing but a protector of girls that you trying to get with. I said, no, I ain't trying to get with none of these girls because, hey, I got my girl. But I said, I bet you won't hit her. Go ahead. I'm still waiting on you to hit her. He stepped 2 steps back and his boy was behind him. He was like, hey, man, you got my back? Boy said, yeah, I got your back. And I said, do you got my back? And then a voice came from behind both of them and said, yeah, I got him. They looked back and see my boy saying, what the? I said, yeah. Oh, there's some more of us in here too. Robert was in the pool room, but he really wasn't my boy yet. Because see, Robert was a car thief. But he really wasn't my boy at that time. But he didn't like Skinny. Only time he liked the Skinny was when Skinny was giving him money to not beat his butt. Because Robert was a bully. But he was like, and then as soon as Tanya came into the bar, because she owned the place, he got a gun, Tanya. Man, you a snitch. He was like, Tanya told him, come in, baby. Because those two was doing it even though she was married. But that hit the fan and he left the girls alone. Several other girls wanted to come to me. Next thing I know, everybody talking about Little Boone the pimp. Even my girlfriend was like, oh, I hear you pimping. You gotta stay. I ain't doing nothing. You know what I believe pimps do? That's all pimps do. They sell girl and they'll sell themselves. I don't get down.
How much money are these women paying you to protect them at that time? Do you remember?
How much? Well, they was giving me a little bit more than half whatever they made. But see, I wasn't spending it. I was basically putting their names on it and putting them in different bags. But yeah, Skinny had dipped out, went and told Tanya. Tanya came and told me, talking about we got to leave him alone. I said, ain't no problem. I'm only going to do that because of you, okay? But we left that situation alone. The girls, I got tired of doing this, so I told my friends, hey, I'm going to step away from this. But they said that they would look out for them a little bit longer. I called all the girls back to the apartment and gave them a bag. They were like, what's in the bag? I said, that's a surprise. They opened the bag and it was money. I said, that's all the money that y'all gave me. Why you didn't spend it or do what you? I said, for what? That's y'all money you went out there and hustled on your back. I'm not in that for that. Yes, I took my 10%, that's it, for me protecting y'all out there. even though I should have took a little bit more, but 10% was good. That's all I wanted. So I gave him the money and told him what the deal was, that I was stepping away because me and my girlfriend, we trying to make a family. So I started staying with my girlfriend. A couple of weeks later, the girls pulled up. I didn't see them when they pulled up, but they pulled up, and they had a big white thing covered with a big bow on it. What is y'all doing and what's under there? Well, I know there's a car under there, but what's it doing here? And why are y'all here?
Hey there. Somebody sent you a message on your telephone.
My girlfriend is going to get real mad at this. And my girlfriend stepped out to me, what's going on? They pulled the sheet off. I was like, Fleetwood Broham, Money Green, Gangster, White Wall, TV at oh man, this is beautiful. They said, here go the keys. We bought this for you. For all the stuff you did for us. I said, wait a minute, y'all took the money that I've been saving for y'all and went and bought a car? They said, yeah, but it didn't cost that much, you know. We basically stroked the dealer head. You know how we get down, Boone. I said, yeah, okay. But I appreciate it. They gave me the title and I built it out, and they took it back to the dealer, and the dealer built out the paperwork. Next thing I know, in the mail, it's my car.